Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on SABC3. So good to be in your company on this Travel Tuesday. Now, we all remember the noughties, a decade where people stopped dreaming about being travel writers and actually got involved. And since then, travelers have gone on to become some of the most creative bloggers by harnessing the trends of social networking. Now, what's more, the ultra-savvy ones are now turning the enthusiasm into an income. And we want to know how this is actually done. So Travelstart's Lyle Scritten and travel blogger JaredinCpt join us this morning to give us their tips on getting started and how to create epic travel blog content. My kind of stuff. This is the kind of content that I signed up for. But great to have you here, gents. Welcome to the show.
Good to be back.
All right. Jared, talk to me first about what exactly a professional travel blogger is, what they do, and maybe share some of your tips to help others out there get started should they want to be involved in a field like this.
Excellent question. So, I suppose the key thing about being a professional travel blogger is someone who's decided they want to take travel writing and do that full-time as their career, and have been able to bridge that gap from hobby to making it a full-time position. And most of those people are people like myself who are either independent or they're freelance, so they're not attached to any publication of sorts. Good question about how to start, tips for starting. I think the biggest thing for myself was identifying who were the people that I looked up into in the industry, who were the pros, and I watched what they did. I saw how they did everything, and in fact I was even so bold to contact about 10 of them and say, hey, I'd love to take you out for coffee. Most of them I didn't get answers from, but 2 or 3 said absolutely, and those people were paramount in terms of me understanding how to go forward. So that was my first thing, is find some of the people to look up to or watch what they do.
It's pretty easy these days, like going on to WordPress.com, and the tools are there for you to get started. All you need to do is do the research, and and off you are. You're just going about your day.
Short of asking you guys to kind of give me a crash course on what would be like an aptitude test questionnaire that tests whether you're fit to be a travel blogger or not, but what should you as a person love about travel that says to you, you are a good fit for this industry and for this profession? What should you as a person love?
Let me go. I think, firstly, anyone can be a travel blogger. It's all about sharing your travel experiences with the rest of the world. So journaling your everyday travel experiences, and I suppose the best place to start is at home as well. Jared can attest to this. And just before moving out into the wide world out there, first hone your craft within your own hometown, within your own country, and then take it abroad if that is where you are headed. So,
I guess somebody who's also very focused on the detail of unpacking a travel experience. You're not all just about staying at the nearest 5-star hotel and having caviar kind of dipped into your mouth.
You got a funny story about...
Tell us.
One of my interesting things was last month checking into a hotel, and I went in for breakfast, and the waitress comes and she says, I know who you are. So I smiled. I was like, oh, that's very nice. She's like, you're Graham from Expresso.
Oh, man.
So I said, thank you for the compliment, but no, madam.
That's how you know you've made it. So when it comes to creating epic travel content, right, because that's what it's all about. You want to entice people to not only be on your blog, but to really take it all in, and hopefully at the end of the day, if you want to be a professional income-driven person, your recommendations would be followed, right? So how do you create that epic content?
I think I just want to add one thing before you go. I'm going to leave it to Jared. Be yourself, be authentic. And I'm just going to leave it there, because there are so many other people that if you want to try and be like the next person, it's never going to cut it. You're going to get lost within the crowd. So my advice is to be yourself and be authentic.
All right.
It's excellent advice, because when I started, I mean, as much as it's good to actually look and see what other people are doing, there were a couple of moments where I actually was comparing myself to others and going, oh my gosh, I can't take photos like them, I can't write like them. Until somebody said to me, actually, just take what makes you come alive and do that. And someone else said to me, be yourself, because everybody else is taken. So I realized, let me just take a deep breath and let me just be myself. And so I think exactly what Lyle's saying, to be authentic, but also to find those areas that you're really passionate about, because people can sniff out inauthenticity in a second. And so when someone's doing something that they really love and putting love and energy into it, you can't help but notice it.
Very true. Lyle, who are some of Travelstart's most recommended travel bloggers to follow out?
You know, Kat is seeing that it's Women's Month, I thought let me share some of the female bloggers, and we're both guys over here, so all 3 three of us. Someone like Di Brown that I really looked up to. She's from the Roaming Giraffe. We've got Dawn Jorgensen from Incidental Tourist, and then we've got people like Natalie Roos from Tales of a Mermaid. So all of these guys, they've been in the industry for quite some time. They've got large followings. They know what they're talking about. So if you ever need travel information from bloggers, those are just a few of my recommendations.
Yeah. What about you, Jared?
Oh, gosh, there's so many people.
Yourself, first of all.
JaredinCpt, JaredinCpt.
So many people I look up to. There's a writer from South Africa, Melanie van Zyl. I love her work. Scott Ramsey, David Bristow. I mean, the list goes on and on.
I think there's so much to learn and there's so much to understand as well in using the mechanics of social media effectively, that once you've created that epic content, it's great. But now how do you get it out to your audience, the relevant people? And maybe you can quickly, in about 15 seconds flat, share some of your top tips on using social media effectively.
Social media at its best is little highlights. It's almost the little attention grabbers that say, hey, have a look at this, but then can effectively channel you back to a blog. So it's just saying to people, what are the little attention grabbers that people will look at and go, hi, I want to find out more information about that.
Yeah. What about some of the places to go to when you're looking to create that iconic content?
Yeah, islands are always great. Thailand, Phuket, and then South America. So, yeah, South America is not really popular among South Africans, so I would recommend that people start checking out South America. We've got fantastic deals on Travelstart for that. We've even got some vouchers to give away there as well. So head on over to travelstart.co.za.
Excellent. I've been working on my Spanish, so maybe it's about time that I do travel to South America a little bit. Gentlemen. There we go. A bit more Portuguese that side. But thanks very much, gents, for joining us and sharing the information with us.
Pleasure,
just another amazing way to enjoy hassle-free, budget-friendly getaways with travelstart.co.za. So check them out. As Lyle said, some vouchers available there and some very valuable information for you.